Good afternoon everyone. Now we would be learning to take the measurements of frequency of a signal using CRO. But understand that CRO does not give the reading in frequency domain. CRO is always in the time domain. In the sense, the x-axis, on the x-axis of the CRO, you have time as the unit. We do not have frequency as the unit on the x-axis of CRO. So which means we would be taking the readings on the CRO for time and then taking the inverse of that to find out the frequency. So again, the way that we had done for amplitude measurement, we have made the connection between the function generator and the CRO. From the function generator, I am applying a sine wave with a frequency of, as you can see, the frequency here is 1 kilohertz. So sine wave with a 1 kilohertz frequency has been applied to the first channel of the CRO, and this is that particular sine wave. अब मुझे क्या करना है, I have to take the reading for the time period first on the CRO. Okay, you know what is time period? Time period in the sense, it's like from one cycle, for one cycle, whatever is the time period, that is, I mean, suppose I have to, let's do it on the notebook. So if this is my sine wave, yeah, if you have time on the x-axis, you have voltage on the y-axis, then from 0 to 2 pi is what you call as the time period of one waveform. So that is one way of measuring the time period. The other way of measuring the time period is that instead of counting the number of divisions from 0 to 2 pi, you count the number of divisions from the first crest to the second crest. I hope you people know that this peak is what you call as the crest. So दो consecutive crest के बीच में जितना भी distance है, that also can be called as the time period. Or there is one more way to find out the time period, that is to find out the distance between two consecutive troughs. I hope you understand that the negative peak is also called as a trough, right? So between two consecutive trough jitna bhi distance hota hai, that is also what you call as a time period. So out of these three methods, I will eliminate the first method. I will not find out the value of the time period from 0 to 2 pi, because उस methodology से अगर CRO पे readings लोगे तो उसमें एक step extra करनी पड़ेगी, which we don't want to do. So to make the process of measuring the time period, we make it very simple. We follow either crest to crest वाला distance or we follow trough to trough वाला distance. Okay, so now let's go back to the CRO, and on the CRO, if you can see that this is my sine wave, so these are the crests. तो कोई भी दो crest के बीच में का difference रहेगा आपका time period, and these are your troughs. तो कोई भी दो troughs के बीच में का distance रहेगा आपका time period, right? But then these troughs or these crests are very nearer to each other. So what I do is I simply change the scale of this particular sine wave. How do I change the scale? With the help of something which is called as the time per division knob. Here it is written, this is the time per division knob. Okay, so with the help of this knob, I can simply change the position of this knob, and you can see that the scale on the x-axis of the sine waveform changes as I change the position of the time per division. Okay, it doesn't matter whatever I keep the scale as, finally the answer is going to remain the same. Let me keep this as the position of the time per division knob. If I keep this, then incidentally what will happen is I'm not getting a sharp peak at the crest. So let me not keep this as the scale. I will keep this as the scale. This will give me a sharp peak both at the crest as well as the trough. Now to measure the distance between the two troughs, I will be using the X shift knob. This X shift knob will be used in such a manner that I coincide any one of the crest. I coincide any one of the crest. Suppose I'm trying to coincide this crest to this particular position, let us say. Yes, suppose it has been coincided to this particular position. My job now is to measure the distance between this crest and this crest. Incidentally, if I start measuring from here, if this is 0, this is 1 and this is 2. So understand, I am taking the readings on the x-axis, not on the y-axis. So these are two number of divisions between the two crests. So these two is not equals to 2 second. जैसे amplitude में you were multiplying the divisions with the volt per division knob, वैसे on the for the time period these x divisions will be multiplied by the reading of the time per base division, जिसका reading होता है इस वाले window में, in the red window. Okay, so let me take down those readings and then you will understand in a better way maybe. So I have just written down this table over here. The first column says frequency on the function generator. So on the function generator, if you can see, I have applied the sine wave with a frequency of 1 kilohertz. So the reading that I will be writing down here is 1 kilohertz. Then the next column says number of divisions on x-axis on CRO from crest to crest or from trough to trough. I am counting from crest to crest. So between any two crests, the number of divisions are equals to 2. So I will write down 2 divisions. Then the next column says time per division wala reading. So this is the knob for time per division and जिसका reading is obtained in this red color का window. तो यहाँ का reading है 0.5 milliseconds per division. So that reading I will be writing down here. It's 0.5 milliseconds per division. Okay, so this is the A column. Suppose this is the B column. How do I find out the time period? Time period is A multiplied by B column. So the number of divisions on the x-axis multiplied by the time per division ka reading. So it is 2 divisions multiplied by 0.5 milliseconds per division. Division getting cancelled. You have 0.5 into 2, which is equals to 1 millisecond as the answer for the time period on the CRO. And this is the practical way of finding out the time period. What was the theoretical way? Theoretical way was simply I could see the frequency on the display of the function generator. So that was my theoretical frequency, which was 1 kilohertz. अभी मुझे practical time period मिल गया, which is equals to 1 millisecond. So how do I find out the practical frequency? Obviously it is equals to 1 upon t. So if I find out 1 upon 1 millisecond, that is 1 upon 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 will give me the answer as 1 into 10 raised to 3 hertz. 1 into 10 raised to 3 hertz itself is equals to 1 kilohertz. So this is my practical reading which I have taken with the help of the CRO, and this is the same as that of the reading which I had taken theoretically on the function generator. Hence my readings are correct. That's the first reading. Let me take another reading for a different frequency. So I'm trying to change the frequency here. Okay, so I changed the frequency to 10 kilohertz. Do not worry as to how to change the frequency on the function generator. The next video is going to explain you how to use the function generator. Right now, just focus on the CRO. So I have changed the frequency on the function generator, and I have kept it as 10 kilohertz wala sine wave. Accordingly, if you can see that on the CRO screen, I am getting this kind of a waveform. Why am I getting this? Because the frequency is so high that the time period has reduced, and because the time period has reduced, these sine waves, the cycles are overlapping on each other. इसलिए आपको band of sine wave दिखती है rather than separate cycles. So what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to simply change the scale on the x-axis, and the time per division knob is used to change the scale on the x-axis. So I keep rotating it clockwise till I see the cycles as per my requirement. So this is the way I change the scale on the x-axis. Rather than taking readings like this, I would prefer taking the reading like this. So this is the position I keep. I follow the same process. I use the X shift knob. Incidentally, one of the crest is already getting matched with this particular point. So if I count the number of divisions, it is again equals to 2. So let me write down that reading over here. Number of divisions between the two crests on the CRO is equals to 2, which I write it down in this particular column. Okay, then the time per division wala reading. Time per division wala reading now is 50 microsecond. This is micro. Okay, it's 50 microsecond. So over here I write down 50 microsecond. So what is the final answer? This multiplied by this. Final answer for the time, of course, not for the frequency. So 2 divisions multiplied by 50 microsecond is going to give me the answer as equals to 100 microsecond as the time period. 100 microsecond in the sense 100 into 10 raised to minus 6. Okay, so that's the time period. Then the frequency, of course, will be equals to 1 upon 100 into 10 raised to minus 6. So this is going to give me the answer as equals to 1 upon 100 will be equals to 0.01 into 10 raised to minus 6. So this will be equals to 1 into 10 raised to minus 4. That is equals to 10 into 10 raised to minus, sorry, not minus, this is plus. 10 into 10 raised to 3. So this is equals to 10 kilohertz. So in short, that the frequency after doing this particular calculation, I get the answer as equals to 10 kilohertz. Okay, so this is the practical way of finding out the frequency using the CRO, that is 10 kilohertz. And what was the theoretical reading? The theoretical reading was from the function generator. It was 10 kilohertz. So my first column is the theoretical one. I write down 10 kilohertz here. So theoretical reading and practical reading is the same. Hence my readings are correct. Thank you.